Okay, CL7-125, we're going to find the probability of each of the following events, and we're going to show all our work. So the first event is to flip a penny, and then we get heads. After, we're going to flip a nickel and then get tails. Okay, so let's go and do the penny first. Okay, as far as the penny goes, there's only two options. Once we flip it, we could get heads or tails. Okay, and then next, after we flip the penny, we're going to flip the nickel, and there's a possibility of getting a heads or a tails. Here's the heads. For the same thing for the tails. You flip the nickel, you get heads or tails. Okay, so this is heads, 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 tails, tails, heads, tails, tails, and we need specifically HH, heads, heads. I'm sorry, let's go back. We need heads, tails specifically. We need to get heads on the penny, and then tails on the nickel. Okay, so we need the heads, tails, and there's only one combination like that, and out of 4 possible outcomes, so the probability is 1/4. Okay, that's kind of showing our work. With the tree, let's actually just use arithmetic now. So for number 2, we're going to roll a 5 on a standard number cube and then pick a 10 or a jack from a standard deck of playing cards. Okay, let's look at the number cube first. Okay, rolling a 5 on a standard number cube. The probability of rolling a 5 is going to be 1 out of 6 on a standard number cube. Okay? And then picking a 10 or jack from a standard deck of playing cards. Well, there are 13 different types of cards. So if we could get 1 or 2 different things, a 10 or a jack, that's so let's say a probability of a 10 or jack. That means we have 2 possible types of cards we could get out of 13 possible cards. Okay, so we have the probability of rolling the 5 and the probability of getting a 10 or jack from a deck of cards. Well, how do I find the probability of doing this and this? Okay, what we need to do is we need to multiply the probabilities together. So that we're going to multiply the probability of getting a 5 times the probability of a 10 or jack. So we're going to multiply 1/6 times 2/13. Okay, and we get 1 times 2 is 2. 6 times 13 is, what is that, 71? 13 times 6, 78. Okay, so that probability will be 2 out of 78. Okay, and once we get that, if you guys notice, that's the accurate answer, but we could also go ahead and simplify this, so we could divide by 2 or 2, and we actually get 1 out of 39. So the probability of a 5 from cube and 10 or a jack from cards is going to equal 1 out of 39. There's a 1 in 39 chance.